Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. May the divine lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Sunday service of the Vedanta Society of Toronto. And this service is being done from Geneva, Vedanta Center of Geneva, Center Vedantic Geneva in Switzerland. And today's guest speaker of Swami Amaranandaji Maharaj, head of the Vedanta Center of Geneva. And before we begin his talk, let us have first reading about Mother, Divine Mother, Buddhadev Guha.
I'm reading from the complete works of Swami Vivekananda. These are excerpts of notes of class talks and lectures, and the subject of the talk by Swamiji was Mother Worship. So Swamiji says, "The land by the light, of which one forges a name and another writes a check for $1,000 for famine, shines on both, knows no difference. Light knows no evil. You and I make it good or evil. This idea must have a new name. It is called Mother. Because in a literal sense, it began long ago with a feminine writer elevated to a goddess. Then came Sankhya, and with it all energy is female. The magnet is still, the iron filings are active. The highest of all feminine types in India is Mother, higher than wife. Wife and children may desert a man, but his mother never. Mother is the same or loves her child, perhaps a little more. Mother represents colorless love that knows no barter, love that never dies. Who can have such love? Only Mother, not son nor daughter nor wife. I am the power that manifests everywhere, says the Mother. She who is bringing out this universe and she who is bringing forth the following destruction. No need to say that destruction is only the beginning of creation. The top of a hill is only the beginning of a valley. Be bold. Face facts as facts. Do not be chased about the universe by evil. Evils are evils. What of that? After all, it is only Mother's play. Nothing serious after all. What could move the Almighty? What made Mother create the universe? She could have no goal. Why? Because the goal is something that is not yet attained. What is this creation for? Just fun. We forget this and begin to quarrel and endure misery. We are the playmates of the Mother. Look at the torture the mother bears in bringing up the baby. Does she enjoy it? Surely. Fasting and praying and watching. She loves it better than anything else. Why? Because there is no selfishness. Pleasure will come. Good. Who forbids? Pain will come. Welcome that too. A mosquito was sitting on a bull's horn. Then his conscience troubled him, and he said, "Mr. Bull, I have been sitting here a long time. Perhaps I annoy you. I'm sorry. I'll go away. But the bull replied, oh no, not at all. Bring your whole family and live on my horn. What can you do to me? Why can we not say that to misery? To be brave is to have faith in the mother. I am life, I am death. She it is whose shadow is life and death. She is the pleasure in all pleasure. She is the misery in all misery. If life comes, it is the mother. If death comes, it is the mother. If heaven comes, she is. If hell comes, there is the mother, plunging. We have not faith, we have not patience to see this. We trust the man in the street, but there is one being in the universe we never trust, and that is God. We trust him when he works just our way, but the time will come when, getting blow after blow, the self-sufficient mind will die. In everything we do, the serpent ego is rising up. We are glad that there are so many thorns on the path. They strike the hood of the cobra. Last of all will come self-surrender. Then we shall be able to give ourselves up to the mother. If misery comes, welcome. If happiness comes, welcome. Then, when we come up to this love, all crooked things shall be straight. There will be the same sight for the Brahmin, the pariah, and the dog. Until we love the universe with same-sightedness, with impartial, undying love, we are missing again and again. But then all will have vanished, and we shall see in all the same infinite, eternal Mother.
Now, let's have a meditation for some time. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcome to the Sunday service, and we're so grateful to revere Swami Amarananda Maharaj that he agreed to give a talk on Mother Durga. Durga Puja was just last week, and today next week we're having the talk on Mother Durga, so it's very appropriate and very timely. And perhaps those who know me, they have heard a lot about Swami Ranganathanadaji Maharaj and my association with him. When I joined as a novice in Purulia, Swami Amarananda was the headmaster of the school there. And I learned a lot from him about monastic life, spiritual life, and also about and absorb from him, from his sadhutva, from his spirituality, through his talks, through his scripture classes, and by being chit chat and question answer, a lot of many ideas have been clear. I remember that what I read in the books, those I tend to forget, but what I heard from him, those are impression in my mind. Impression is very deep, and that I remember very clearly what he spoke and what he taught, those things. Not only about the scriptures and Sanskrit and many other things I learned from him, but also I learned from him the Bengali also, the correct way to read and write and speak Bengali. So I'm so grateful to revered Maharaj. That's why I have come here to see Maharaj. He's now senior. So I just came to Geneva to see and requested him, Maharaj, will you give a talk for the Vedanta Society of Toronto? And in spite of his seniority and his senior citizenship, he agreed to give a talk for the devotees of Toronto. He has been to Canada many times and has traveled to Toronto, Montreal, Calgary, Vancouver. He has been there and met people and endeared himself to others. So the devotees, they all remember. We still requested Maharaj, can you visit us once more to Canada? And he said, now it's with elderly age and failing health, it's difficult for him to travel so far away. But he agreed to give us a talk on, and I requested Maharaj, something on Mother, Divine Mother. He said, I'll give a talk on Mother Durga. So that is the talk Swamiji will give. Those of you who know him very well, but for those who are will be seeing him first time, so I would like to give him his introduction. Revered Swami Amarananda Maharaj joined the order of Ramakrishna Mission in 1966. He was designated to supervise the restoration of the building where Swami Vivekananda lived and passed away in Belur, and participated 4 times in relief operations after disasters had happened in India. Thereafter, he was headmaster of a residential school for more than 9 years. That is what Purulia Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith is. Later, he assisted in management of a home meant for providing food and lodging to poor students of the University of Calcutta. That is students' home, Calcutta Students' Home in Belgaria. Swami Amarananda was nominated as Assistant Minister, Centre Vedantic of France in September 1986. Since 25th January 1989, he is the Director of Centre Vedantic of Geneva. Interfaith participations on the Committee of World Faiths Development Dialogue 1998 to 2000 and of Inter-Religious Platform Geneva since its inception in 1992. He participated in peace meets under the auspices of the community of Saint Edico, represented the Order of Ramakrishna during 3rd, 4th, and 5th Parliament of World Religions. He gives annual talks in WCC's campus at Bossy on specific issues related to Hinduism. Authorship stories from Vedanta, views from the Vedantic window, drama text for use by children, co-author of biography De Ramakrishna, which is a translation adapted from the famous biography composed by Swami Saradananda, direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Amarananda Maharaj will give a talk to all of us for Canadian devotees through Vedanta Society of Toronto on Mother Durga, Swami Amarananda Maharaj.
Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shiva Kshamadhati Swaha Sada Namastute. First of all, the meaning of the term Durga. Durga means a female entity which is difficult to attain or to know. Devi Mahatyam, a part of Markandeya Purana, and Devi Bhagavata Purana, a text dedicated to Durga. The Ramayana and the Mahabharata also mention Durga. The 9 forms of Durga, collectively known as Navadurga, are the 9 stages of the Devi during her long duration of the war with the demon king Mahishasura. For the 10th day is celebrated as the victory day, Vijayadashmi. These 9 forms are Shailaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanta, Kushmanda, Skandamata, Katyayani, Kalaratri, Mahagauri, and Siddhidatri. The Devi Mahatyam is divided into 3 parts. In the first part, Devi appears as Mahamaya, who is described as Yoganidra Vishnu. That is, Mahamaya is the power of tamas, which makes people lethargic, indolent, sleepy. Under the influence of this cosmic power, Lord Vishnu went to sleep. At that time, 2 demons by name Madhu and Kaitava came out of the ears of Vishnu and attacked Brahma, the creator god. Brahma then praised the Divine Mother as Mahamaya Yoganidra. Pleased with the petition, she withdrew herself from Vishnu's body. Vishnu woke up and killed Madhu and Kaitava. In the second part, the Devi appears as Mahishasuramurdini. The story goes that when a powerful demon by name Mahishasura was the king of the demons, they attacked the gods and vanquished them. The defeated gods went to Shiva and Vishnu and complained about the atrocities of Mahishasura. Hearing this, Vishnu, Shiva, and other presiding deities became angry. The rays of their anger combined to form a supremely powerful and dazzlingly bright female being, the Devi known as Chandika and Ambika. Seeing the dazzling brightness of the Devi, Mahishasura first sent his army to attack her, but the Divine Mother exterminated them all. Then Mahishasura, who had the form of a buffalo, himself attacked her. Devi at once jumped upon his body, pressed his neck with her foot, struck his chest with her spear, and finally cut off his head. The gods became extremely relieved and pleased and praised the Devi. And their praise takes up the rest of the second part of this book. The third part narrates another big act of the Divine Mother. Once upon a time, 2 brothers, Shumba and Nishumba, became lords of the 3 worlds, and the gods lost everything. Coming to know of the beauty of Kalika, they sent word to her, asking her to come to them. When she spurned their order, they at first sent 2 demons, Chanda and Munda, to capture her. Seeing them, Ambika became angry, and out of that anger, they issued forth a terrible form of the Devi known as Kali, who fought with the demons. Finally, Kali cut off the heads of Chanda and Munda. She thus became called Chamunda. Now Shambhu and Nishambhu themselves rode in the chariots and attacked Ambika and Kali. After a protracted battle, Ambika herself destroyed Shambha and Nishambha. Now, the Devi Davatyam we have mentioned, and we have mentioned also that it is a part of Markandeya Purana. Describes these things, you say this is mythology, actually. But in this mythology, there are parts where hymns are being uttered. Now these hymns are of great value because they are high philosophy. You see. So I shall concentrate upon some of the hymns in Saptashati, which is the other name of your Saptashati is the Matyam because it contains 700 verses. Now the first praise or stuti is by Brahma. Tvang swaha, tvang swadha, tang hi pashatkara swaratmika, sudhatam akshari nitye tridhamatratmika stita. You are swaha, you are swadha. You are verily pashatkara and the embodiment of swara. You are nectar. O eternal and imperishable one, you are the embodiment of the threefold matra. That means Om. Ardhamatra sthita nityaya anucharya visheshata tameva satang savitri tang deva janani param. You are half a matra, and the eternal. You are verily that which cannot be uttered specifically. For example, Visarga. You cannot utter Visarga separately. You are Savitri and the Supreme Mother of the Devas. Taitat dharyate vishwang, taitat sujjate yagat, taitat palyate devi, tamat santi cha sarvada. By you this universe is born, by you this universe is created, world is created, by you it is protected, O Devi, and you always consume it at the end. Visishtau Sishti Rupatvam Sthiti Rupa cha Palane Tatha Samriti Rupante Jagadasya Jaganmaye. O you who are of the form of the whole world, at the time of creation, you are of the form of the creative force. At the time of sustentation, you are of the form of the protective power. And the time of dissolution of the world, you are of the form of the destructive power. Mahavidya, Mahamaya, Mahamedha, Mahasmriti, Mahamoha cha bhavati, Mahadevi, Mahasuri. You are the supreme knowledge as well as the great nescience, the great intellect and contemplation, as also the great delusion, the great Devi, as also the great Asuri. Prakriti stang sarvasa Gunatraya Vibhavini Kaluratri Maharatri Muharatrischa Daruna. You are the primordial cause of everything, bringing into force the three qualities. Three qualities means Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Tang Shri, Tam Ishari, Tang Hris, Tang Buddhir Bodha Lakshana, Lajja Pushtis, Tatha Tushtis, Shantik, Shantirivacha. You are the dark night of periodic dissolution. You are the great night of final dissolution and the terrible night of delusion. You are the goddess of good fortune, the ruler, modesty, intelligence characterized by knowledge, bashfulness, nourishment, contentment, and tranquility, as well as forbearance. Kadgini, Shulini, Gora, Gadini, Chakrini, Tatha. Shankhini, Chapini, Bana, Bhushandi, Parigayudha. Armed with sword, spear, club, discus, conch, bow, arrows, slings, and iron mesh. You are terrible, at the same time you are pleasing. You are more pleasing than all the pleasing things and exceedingly beautiful. Summa Summutara Shesha Summa Bhastat Shundari Para Paranang Paramatamiva Parameshwari. You are indeed the Supreme Ishwari, beyond the high and the low. Jaccha Kinchit Jagat Sarvam, Jaccha Kinchit Kinchit Kachid Vastu, Sadased Vakulatmike, Tasya Sarvasya Jakati, Satanking Nastuyari Maya. And whatever or wherever a thing exists, conscient or non-conscient, whatever power all that possesses is yourself. O you who are the soul of everything, how can I extol you more than this? Yata Jagat Srashta Jagat Patatyo Jagat Sopi Nidravasannita Kastang Stotu Miheshwara. By you, even he who creates, sustains, and diverts the world is put to sleep. Who is here capable of extolling you? Vishnu Shaira Grahanam Aham Ishanamivacha Kairaste Yatastvang Ka Stuting Shaktiman Bhavet. Who is capable of praising you, who have made all of us, Vishnu, myself, and Shiva, take our embodied forms? Satamitham prabhavi svai udari devistham sita mohiyate duradharshavu asuro madhukautavu. O Devi, being lauded thus, bewitch these two unassailable asuras Madhu and Kaitava with your superior powers. Prabhotancha Jagat Swami Niyatam Uchchato Lahu Bodhascha Kriyatamasya Hantumetu Mahasuro. Let Vishnu, the master of the world, be quickly awakened from sleep and rouse up his nature to slay these two great asuras. Rishiruvacha. So, this is your one stuti. We go to other stutis. This is in the Satra, they are doing the stuti after the killing of Mahishasura. Devyaya tatamidam jagatma shaktya nishesha devagana shakti samuha murtya tamam mikam akhila deva maharshi pujjan bhaktya natasma vyatadishvanisana. To that Ambika, who is worthy of worship by all the gods and sages and pervades this world by a power, and who is the embodiment of the entire powers of all the hosts of gods, we bow in devotion. May she grant us auspicious things. Jasya pravabam atulam bhagavan ananta brahma harascha nai bhaktum alang balancha sa chandika akhila jagat paripalanaya nashaya ashu chashuvam chashuvamayasya mutum karoti. May Chandika, whose incomparable greatness and power Bhagavan, Vishnu, Brahma and Hara are unable to describe, bestow her mind on protecting the entire world and on destroying the fear of evil. Yah Sri Swayang Sukritinang Bhavaneshu Alakshmi Papatmanang Kitadhiyang Hridayishu Buddhi Saddha Satang Kulajana Prabhastika Lajja Ta Twang Nata Sma Paripale Devi Vishwam. O Devi, we bow before you, who are yourself good fortune in the dwellings of the virtuous and ill fortune in those of the vicious, intelligence in the hearts of the learned, faith in the hearts of the good, and modesty in the hearts of the high born. May you protect the universe. King Varnayama Tava Rupam Achintametad Kinchati Viryam Asurakshayakari Bhuri Kinchahavishu Chaitani Tabani Jani Sarvishu Debhyasura Deva Ganadikeshu. O Devi, how can you describe your incomprehensible form, your abundant, surpassing valor that destroys the demons, or your wonderful feats displayed in battles among all the hosts of gods, asuras and others. Hetu samasta jagotam tigudani doshair na gyayasi hariharadi vir api hariharadi virapyapara. Sarvasya kilamayidam jagat angshubhutam abbakritai parama pagitis samadhya. You are the origin of the whole of the all worlds. Through you, though you are possessed of the three gunas, you are not known to have any of their attendant defects. You are incomprehensible even to Vishnu, Shiva and others. You are the result of all. This entire world is composed of an infinitesimal portion of yourself. You are verily this supremely powerful, primordial Prakriti, untransformed. Jasya samasta surata samudiranena tipting prati shakleshu sarveshu devi swahasi vai pitti ganasya cha tipti hetur ucharyate tamata eva janai sadhacha. O Devi, you are the Swaha, at whose utterance the whole assemblage of gods attains satisfaction in all the sacrifices. You are Sadha, which gives satisfaction to their mains. Therefore, you are chanted as San Sada by people. Ya mukti hetur avichinta mahabhatacha mahabhratvatvam abhyasati sunyata India tattvasari moksharthivir munivir samasta doshair vidyasi sata bhagavati paramai devi. O you are Bhagavati, the supreme Vidya, which is the cause of liberation and great inconceivable penances. You are the supreme knowledge cultivated by the sages during desiring liberation, whose senses are well restrained and who are devoted to reality and have shed off all the blemishes. Shabdatmika Suvimal Grajusan Nidhanam Udgita Ramya Padapatha Vatancha Samnam Devi Trayi Bhagavati Bhavavanaya Bhattacha Sarva Jagatang Paramarthi Hantri. You are the soul of the Shabda Brahma. You are the repository of the very pure Rik and Yajur hymns and of Samans, the recital of whose words is beautiful with the Udgita. You are Bhagavati, embodying the three Vedas. You are the sustenance whereby life is maintained. You are the supreme destroyer of the pain of the three worlds. Medhasi Devi, Vidita Akhila Shastrasara, Durgasi Durga Bhavsagara, Noor Asanga, Shri Kaitavadi, Hiraika Kritadivasa, Gauri Tameva, Shrimoli Krita Pratishtha. O Devi, you are the intellect by which the essence of all the scriptures is comprehended. You are Durga, the boat that takes man across the difficult ocean of worldly existence, devoid of attachments. You are Shri, who has invariably taken her abode in the hearts of Vishnu. You are indeed Gauri, who has established herself with Shiva. Ishat Sahasam Amalang Paripurna Chanda Bimbanukari Kanukottama Kanti Kantam Uttadbhutan Prahitam Attarusha Tatapi Bhaktan Vilakya Sahasa Mahishasudena. Gently smiling, pure, resembling the full moon's orb, beautiful like the splendor of excellent gold, was your face. Yet, it was very strange that, being swayed by anger, Mahishasura suddenly struck your face when he saw it. I am switching off after a few your shlokas. Dharmani Devi Sakulani Sadaiva Karmani Attadhita Atyadhita Padidinang Sakriti Karoti Sargang Prayati Chatato Bhavati Prasadan Lokatrayepi Falada Nanudevi Deva Nanudeva Tena. By your grace, Devi, the blessed individual does daily all righteous deeds with utmost care and thereby attains to heaven. You are not therefore, O Devi, the bestower of reward. Are you not therefore the bestower of reward in all the three worlds? So like this goes on. We shall switch to after Shumba Nishumba's death, the gods there. It is beautiful in the sense that everything, even all the states of mind are being said to be manifestations of Devi. Deva Uchuhu. Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivai Sartang Namaha Namah Prakriti Bhadrai Niyata Pranatasmatam. So, salutations to the Devi, to the Mahadevi, salutation always to her who is ever auspicious. Salutation to her who is the primordial cause and the sustaining power. With attention we have made obeisance to her. Rudrai Namo Nittai Gorjai Darjai Namo Nama Jastai Chandurupinyai Sukhai Sartan Nama. Salutations to her who is terrible, to her who is eternal. Salutations to Gauri, the supporter of the universe. Salutation always to her who is of the form of the moon and moonlight and happiness itself. Kallane Pranata Briddhai Siddhai Kurma Namo Nama Nairityai Bhubrita Lakshai Sarvanaite Namo Nama. We bow to her who is welfare, we bow salutations to her who is prosperity and success. Salutation to the consort of Shiva, who is herself the good fortune as well as the misfortune of kings. Durgai, Durgaparai, Sarai, Sadbukarinyai. Khattei Tateva Krishnai Dumrai Sadhan Namaha. Salutations always to Durga who takes one across in difficulties, who is essence and who is the author of everything, who is knowledge of discrimination and who is blue-black as well as smoke-like in complexion. Uti Sammati Uddai Natastai Ste Namo Nama Nama Jagat Pratishthai Devyai Kritai Namo Nama. We prostrate her before her who is at once the most gentle and most terrible. We salute her again and again. Salutations to her who is the support of the world. Salutations to the Devi who who is of the form of volition. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumayeti Shabdita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who in all beings is Vishnumaya. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chaitanya Abhidiyate Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations again and again to the Devi, who abides in all beings as consciousness. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi, who abides in all beings in the form of intelligence. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. To that Devi, salutations of course, to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of sleep. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshudha Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Nama. To that Devi, salutations to that Devi who abides in all beings in the form of hunger. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chaya Rupena Samsita Namastasri Namastasri Namastasri. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of reflection. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of power. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Trishna Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of thirst. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshanti Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of forgiveness. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Jati Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of genus. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajja Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of modesty. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of peace. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of faith. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kanti Rupena Samsita Namastasri Namastasri Namastasri. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of loveliness. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samsita Namastasri 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 Namo Namo. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of good fortune. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vrittirupena Samsita. Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of activity. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Smriti Rupena Samsita. Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namo Namah. Salutations to Devi who abides in all beings in the form of memory. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Dayarupena Samsita. Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namo Namah. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of compassion. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushtirupena Samsita. Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namo Namah. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of contentment. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrurupena Samsita. Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namo Namah. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of mother. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhrantirupena Samsita. Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namo Namah. Salutations to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of error. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Na Indyanam Adhishtati Bhutanam Chakuleshija Bhuteshu Saratang Tasya Bhakti Devvi Namo Namaha. To that all-pervading Devi who constantly presides over the senses of all beings and governs all the elements. Chiti Rupena Ya Krishnam Etad Bhapya Sita Jagat Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namaste Shri, Namo Namah. Salutations again and again to her who, pervading this entire universe, abides in the form of consciousness. So this is এখন তো একটা বাকি আছে দেবী প্রপন্নার্থী দেবী প্রপন্নার্থী হরি প্রসীদ This is towards the end of the Devi Mahatmya. There is a beautiful stotra which is certain time called Narayani Stuti. Devi Prapannarti Hari Prasida Prasida Matar Jagatu Khilasya Prasida Vishveshwari Pahi Vishwam Tamishwari Devi Characharasya. O Devi, you who remove the sufferings of your suppliants, be gracious, be propitious, O Mother of the whole world. Be gracious, O Mother of the universe. Protect the universe. You are the Devi, the ruler of all that is moving and unmoving. Adhar bhuta jagatastameka mahishwarupena jatastashi apang sarupastitaya te tat apayate krishnam alangavirje. You are the whole substratum of the world because you subsist in the form of earth. By you who exist in the shape of water, all this universe is gratified. O Devi of inviolable valor, Tang Vaishnavi Shakti Anantavirya Vishwasviyang Paramasimaya Sammohitan Devi Samastametad Tang Vai Prasanna Vimuktiyetu. You are the power of Vishnu and have endless valor. You are the primordial Maya, which is of the nature of the universe. By you, this universe has been thrown into an illusion. O Devi, if you become gracious, you become the cause of final emancipation in this world. Vidya samasta stavadevi veda striya samasta sakala jagatsu tai kaya puritam ambaitad kate stutistabhya paraparati. All these laws are your aspects of Devi. You are all women in this world, endowed with various attributes. By you alone, the Mother, this world is filled. What praises can there be for you who are the nature of primary and secondary expression regarding objects worthy of praise? Sarvabhuta yada devi bhakti mukti pradayini tang stuta stuyate kava bhavantu paramoktaya. When you have been lauded as the embodiment of all beings, Devi, the effulgent one, and the bestower of enjoyment and liberation, what words, however excellent, can praise thee? So, this is that means you should remember that the stutis are very important because they give you philosophy. Thank you all.
Our pranams to Maharaj for his talk on Mother Durga, and where he recited from many hymns on Divine Mother and also explained what Mother Durga means, how is her power, and how she is related to our Sanatana Dharma or Hindu culture. She is a main figure, Mother Durga, of the Shakti worship, and Shakti is a part, inseparable part of Hindu method of spirituality. And Sri Ramakrishna especially said, without accepting Shakti and propitiating her, it will be not possible for you to have the mukti. Without Mother being pleased, how will you get mukti? That's why Swami Shivanandaji also used to say, Shaisha prasanna varada nrinam bhavati muktaye. When Mother is pleased and she gives us grace, only by that human beings will get liberation. That Divine Mother is in the form of Mother Durga. She is worshipped. And Maharaj also told about stutis, about the Narayani stuti. This particular hymn of in the Chandi or Durga Saptashati or Devi Mahatmyam was very dear to Swami Kripamayananda also. When I came during his last time in Toronto, he used to ask people to recite this Narayani stuti. He was not able to speak, but he wanted to hear this recited. In fact, Swami Amarananda had gone to see Swami Kripamayananda when he was during his last few days, and Swamiji also spoke about and recited some books, read some books there to Swami Kripamayananda. He was not able to speak, but his mind was very sharp, and he could listen everything. He could communicate with writing, and he particularly liked this verse, this Narayani Stuti from Chandi. So we are very grateful to Maharaj for giving us time and agreeing us to give a talk for the devotees of Vedanta Society of Toronto. Now with closing chants, we'll conclude today's Sunday service. Before that, the next Sunday service also will be online only, and the topic is experience of the living Divine Mother. So now we close the closing chants. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Mahamai Ki Jai. Jai Swami Ji Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Buddha Ki Jai. Jai Isha Musha Ki Jai. Sarvastaratu Durgani Sarvo Bhadrani Pashyatu Sarvasad Buddhimapnotu Sarvatra Nandatu. Hari Om Tat Sat. May all be freed from dangers. May all realize what is good. May all be actuated by noble thoughts. May all rejoice everywhere. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all.